Now I should be live. Am I live? Now I should be live. I am live. I have audio. I have video. Alright. This is going to be a relatively short stream. Probably about an hour. I'm just going to make some Anki slides over the acronyms for the CompTIA Net Plus. And we did A through C yesterday, and we'll just kind of see where we end up today. So we're going to start off with direct attach copper, DAC. Let's see if it'll continue on the questions. Can I have a... What was I typing? Can you give me a question? Can you give me a question in the style ask for DAC, direct attach copper? Absolutely. In the context of high-speed networking and short-range cabling, the acronym DAC stands for direct attach copper, right off the bat. Okay. So, if you missed the last one, I'll show you Anki slides real quick. So this is an Anki slide, and I put the question on the front, and on the back we put the correct answer and the summary of what it is. So just like that, hit save. Oopsie daisy. Add, and then it just adds it to the deck. And then so far I have 27 cards in my deck. So DAC cables are factory terminated twin axle copper cables with built-in transceivers at each end. Oh, okay. They're designed for short distances, high-speed connection between... This stupid fruit fly is still in here from yesterday. Between devices like switches, servers, and storage units, typically within the same rack or adjacent racks. Key traits: passive DACs, no signal boosting, ultra-low latency, ideal for 5 meters. Active DACs, embedded electronics for cleaner signal over longer runs up to 10 to 15 meters. Cost effective, cheaper and cooler than fiber optics for short links. And plug and play, no need for separate optical transceivers. Common connector types: SFP+, QSFP+, QSFP28, and QSFP-DD. Alright. Next is DAS, direct attached storage. So is that like a USB drive? I wish I could just hit up and then do the last. You know what I could do? Give me just do this. Say DAS. I don't think this is any faster. Direct attached storage. Alright, we're on B. It's just going to do A and B over and over again, isn't it? We'll have to get creative here. So, DAS. DAS is a storage system physically connected to a single host like a PC or server via interface such as USB SATA, SAS, or NVMe. No network involved. Local only access, no LAN or cloud sharing, high speed throughput, minimal latency, ideal for performance critical apps, simple setup, plug and play, no network config, limited scalability, tied to one host, not ideal for multi-user environments. So internal SSDs, HDDs, external USB drives, RAID enclosures directly connected to servers. Very, very good. I should say too, if like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you like this sort of a thing. In the description there's a tip jar if you feel like you would like to help support the channel. Any tips would go towards improving the channel. And share this with somebody else that you think might like this sort of a thing, or maybe studying for the Net Plus. It all helps out. So the next one's DCI Data Center Interconnect. Not something I'm familiar with. All right. In the context of hyperscale networking and multi-site infrastructure, the acronym DCI stands for Data Center Interconnect. So I want to, since it's another D, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to actually make it D. I really wish this fruit fly would go away. And then I'll have to remember to change the correct answer to D as well. Oops, that is not a D. Here we go. Alright. DCI, Data Center Interconnect, refers to the high bandwidth, low latency network infrastructure that links two or more geographically separated data centers. It's the digital artery for, okay. Disaster recovery, real-time replication across sites, workload mobility, seamless virtual machine migration and failover, AI scaling, linking GPU clusters across facilities, or hybrid cloud, bridging on-premise and cloud environments. Common tech stack, DWDM, dense wavelength division multiplexing. Is that one that we have to? That's not an acronym that we need. SDN, software defined networking. That's got to be a. That's got to be one. Yeah, right there. OT, an optical transport network. Nope, don't need that one. 400 gigabit optical link for hyperscale throughput. All right, very good. Just rolling along today. We got DDoS, denial of service. Now we're getting a little security action here. I'm itchy. We spent the morning outside playing disc golf today, and I'm sitting here stinky and without a shower, so probably got tons of poison ivy. We'll see. Can I have a question in the style I asked for? Oh, whatever. It won't care if I'm misspelling it. Ask for DDoS. Oops. Distributed denial of service. In the context of cybersecurity and network resilience, the acronym DDoS stands for... That's B again. Yeah, we'll leave this one be. Why not? And that one's that I already know anyway. Not a big deal. Who doesn't know DDoS? Alright, a DDoS attack is a coordinated cyber assault where multiple compromised systems, often part of a botnet, flood a target like a server, website, or a network with massive traffic, rendering it slow, unstable, or completely offline. Key traits: botnet powered. Thousands of infected devices, IoT, PCs, etc. act as zombie attackers. Hard to trace. Traffic comes from legit-looking sources. Used as smoke screens, often distracted while deeper breaches occur. Types include volumetric foods, protocol exploits, and application layer attacks. Real-world example. In 2016, a DDoS attack on Dyn DNS took down major platforms like Netflix, GitHub, and PayPal. I wonder if one day... I think it's already getting more and more common that, just the amount of bandwidth and speed that we have, the DDoS attacks are going to kind of not be a thing in the future. That's my guess. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Everyone knows what DHCP is. Can you give me a question? And the style I asked for DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration, misspelled configuration, protocol. Absolutely. We're at A. We'll keep it A. That's another one that's pretty easy. No sense of wasting time on the easy ones. Moving them around. Alright. Excuse me. I'm dry. I forgot my water. DHCP is a client-server protocol that automates the assignment of IP addresses and other network parameters, like subnet mask default gateways (DNS), to devices on a TCP/IP network. Key traits: zero-touching config. Devices join the network and get IP settings automatically. Lease-based. IPs are temporary, assigned, and periodically renewed. Reduced errors. No manual IP entry equals fewer misconfigs. Scales easily. Okay. Scales easily. Ideal for large networks with transient devices. DHCP handshake steps. Discover client broadcast for DHCP servers. Offer. Server responds with IP config. Request. Client requests offered IP and acknowledge. Server confirms the IP, and leases the IP. Alright. DLP, data loss prevention. Give me a question in the style I asked for DLP, data loss prevention. Absolutely. Alright, we're going to change this. I'm going to change this to D. B, C, D. I gotta remember to change my correct answer to D. Alright. DLP refers to a suite of technologies and policies designed to detect, monitor, and prevent the unauthorized transmission or exposure of sensitive data, whether it's in use or in motion or at rest. Key traits: policy-driven, blocks or flags, data transfers based on rules, PIIs, personal... PII is that personal information? Oh, I should know this. PII. It's not on here. Personal identify. Personal. Dang it. Personal identification. Personally identifiable information. Yeah. Multi-layered work across endpoints, networks, and cloud apps. Behavior aware. Modern DLP uses AI to detect risky users' behavior and adapt policies dramatically. Compliance focused, helps meet standards like HIPAA, GDPR, and PCI DSS. HIPAA is, of course, healthcare. GDPR is the big European one, and PCI DSS is payments. I do know that much. Payment processing. Types of DLP. Endpoint DLP monitors local devices for data misuse. Networks DLP inspects traffic for leaks or exfiltration attempts. Cloud DLP secures software as a service apps and cloud storage from shadow IT and insider threats. So there we go. DNS, domain name system. Everyone knows what this is. For DNS, domain name system. I want to see, keep making the correct choice A and B. Can you do more C and D to, I'll just do that. Let's shake up the answer key. Keep my viewers guessing. Keep me guessing. Man, I'm the one that matters here. Yeah, so D, domain name system. Very good. Now it's going to be C's and D's. Watch. Alright, domain name system is the internet's phone book, transmitting human-friendly domain names like error404.live. That is not mine. Do not type that in because I don't know what you'll get. Into a machine-readable IP address like 192.0.2.1. Without DNS, we'd be memorizing numeric addresses instead of catchy URLs. Key traits: hierarchical structure, root, arrow, TLD. What's TLD? I should know what TLD is, I feel like. Maybe I don't need to know what TLD is because it's not on here. Authoritative servers. Protocol layer, application layer of the TCP IP stack. Port uses UDP TCP port 53. Caching speeds up resolution via local and recursive caches. Records type A, IPv4, quad A, IPv6, MXMail, CNAME, alias, text, metadata. So there we go. DNS SSEC, domain name system security extensions. This I don't really know anything about, so a question in the style that I asked for DNS SEC, domain name system security extensions. Okay, so it gave me a C. How long until we get an A or a B, do you think? I'll be amazed if we see another A or B anytime soon. Okay. DNS SEC is a suite of protocols that add cryptographic authentication to DNS responses, ensuring that the data received from a DNS query is genuine, untampered, and from an authoritative source. Key traits, digital signatures, DNS records are signed with private keys. Resolvers verify with public keys. Prevents DNS spoofing. Stops attackers from redirecting users to malicious sites. Authenticated denial of service existence. Verifies when a domain truly doesn't exist. Does not encrypt. DNS SEC ensures integrity, not confidentiality. Or availability. It's only the I of the CIA triad. Used in tandem with TLS HTTPS for transport security. DANE, DNS database authentication of named entities for certificate validation via DNS. So there we have it. Oh, Doe. Someone was a Simpsons fan. DNS over Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure. So does this have to do with DNS SEC? It's getting hard to say all these. Can I get a question in the style I asked for DOH? DNS over Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure. Holy moly. We gotta see again. Alright. We'll let it cook for a couple more questions and then see if we can get it to be more randomized. So DNS over Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure. DOH wraps DNS queries inside HTTPS traffic, making it nearly impossible for ISPs, network admins, or attackers to spy on or tamper with your domain lookups. Key traits: encryption. DNS requests are tunneled through HTTPS port 443, just like secure websites. Privacy boost. Shields DNS traffic from surveillance and MITM attacks. What's MITM attacks? Is that in here somewhere? It is not. Let's look that up real quick. Bypass filters can evade DNS-based censorship or parental controls. Browser narrative supported by Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and most modern OSs. But not Brave. Are we against Brave, or is Brave against this? Traditional DNS plain text over UDP port 53, and we know now that's DNS. DOH encrypted payloads over HTTPS, often using HTTP2 for speed. What is MITM attacks? Oh, man in the middle, duh. Okay. That one felt like a stupid question. Alright. I should have known that right off the bat. So now we have just a denial of service. A question in the style I asked for DOS. Denial of service. Absolutely. In the context of cyber attacks and service disruptions, the acronym DOS stands for D. Alright. Next one. I'll give it one more. Give it one more chance to switch it up. Okay. A DOS attack is a cyber assault designed to overwhelm a system, server, or network with excessive traffic or requests, making it unavailable to legitimate users. Key trait: single source flood. Unlike DDoS, DOS typically comes from one origin. Resource exhaustion, CPU memory bandwidth, all fair game. Common methods: ping of death, send malformed packets to crash systems. SynFlood exploits TCP handshakes to cloud connection queues. Smurf attacks amplifies ICMP requests via broadcast address. ICMP, what's that? Internet Control Message Protocol? Okay. We'll get to that later. Targets include websites, DNS servers, mail gateways, and financial platforms. So, there we have it. DNS over transport layer security. Okay. Can I get a question in the style I asked for DOT DNS over transport layer security, TLS. All right. You're being bad, Copilot. All right. I'm getting hungry. All right. DOT wraps DNS queries inside a TLS encrypted TCP connection, shielding them from prying eyes like ISPs, attackers, or surveillance systems. It's like putting your DNS requests inside a locked envelope instead of sending them as postcards. Key traits: encryption protocol uses TLS, same as HTTPS, to secure DNS traffic. So port 443. Oh no, port 853. Is that one of the ports I have to learn? I hate memorizing ports. It's so tedious. It's one of the things I wish I would have done this quicker to the it doesn't say 853. I wish I would have done this a little closer to the 8 plus, because I had, all the 8 plus ports memorized. So now I gotta re-memorize them and then add a couple more. It's so tedious. Go back down here. Okay, so port 853, dedicated to DOT, making it easier for firewalls to monitor or block. System level protection, often configured at the operating system or router level. Privacy focus, preventing man-in-the-middle attacks and DNS spoofing. DOT versus DOH. DOT easier to manage in enterprise settings, more transparent. DOH harder to detect, blends into regular HTTPS traffic. So there we go. DR, disaster recovery. A question in the style I asked for DR, disaster recovery. Now you are only giving me C and D answers. It should be split more evenly through A, B, C, and D. So what do you think now? Is it just going to give me A and B? Or is it going to go A, B, C, D? A, B, C, D. I can see it doing either one of those. Absolutely. Thanks for keeping the format sharp. Let's rebalance the answer key and keep your audience guessing. I'm the one taking the test. My audience, well, may or may not be taking the test, but I need it. Keep me guessing. Okay, so we're at A. All right, here we go. I think it's going to go A, B, C, D, and then either continue doing A, B, C, D, or get confused and then. All right. Disaster recovery, DR, refers to the strategies, tools, and procedures used to restore critical systems and data after a disruptive event like a hurricane off the shores of the East Coast, whether it's a cyber attack, hardware failure, or natural disaster. Key traits, focusing on minimizing downtime and data loss, often includes backup systems, failover structure, and recovery time objectives, RTO. I had a class that involved RTO a lot. Works hand in hand with business continuity planning, BCP. It also talked about BCP a lot, and continuity. Holy moly. Talking is hard. Can be on-prem, cloud-based, or hybrid. Modern DR solutions offer automated failback, cross-cloud orchestration, and predictable recovery windows. Well, at least you hope it's predictable recovery windows. So, all right, we got through the D's. Let's keep it rolling. Let's start with the E's. Extensible authentication protocol over land. Not sure what that is. Can I get a question in the style I asked for EAPOL? EAPOL. Extensible authentication protocol over LAN. All right. Got the itches. The next one is going to be C. In the context of IEEE 802.1x Network Access Control, the acronym, getting the IEEE involved. Okay. Excuse me, Extensible Authentication Protocol over LAN. EAPOL is a layer 2 encapsulation protocol used in the IEEE 802.1x to transport EAP messages. I want to look up, see what EAP messages is. Keep that in mind. Between supplicant, client, and authenticator. Switch or access point. Key components. Supplicant. I don't know what supplicant even means. Device requesting access. Oh, okay. Authenticator controls access to the network. Authentication server validates credentials, often radius. Common EAPOL message types. They got the start, initiates the authentication. The key exchanges cryptographic keys. Log off terminates sessions. Packet carries actual EAP frames. and sends alerts for authorized access. So, what is a EAP message? It's a packet used within the extensible authentication protocol framework to facilitate secure authentication between clients. Okay, so it's just basically, is it like a handshake? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Digital handshake. Very good. Very good. All right. Enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. No idea what that is. But the answer is going to be C. Can I get a question in the style I asked for EIGRP? Enhanced interior gateway routing protocol? Question mark. Oh, it skipped C. Okay. I see you. It's kind of keeping me on my toes. All right. EIGRP is a Cisco-developed advanced distance vector routing protocol. Distance vector. Okay. That automate. I have no idea what that means. That automates routing decisions and configurations within an autonomous system. So is it like it's known for fast convergence using dual algorithm, reduced bandwidth usage via incremental updates, supports the good one and the bad one, composite metrics based on bandwidth, delay, reliability, and load, neighbor and topology tables for route calculation and stability. It's like the hybrid ninja of routing protocols, combining the best of link state and the distance vector approaches. I think that gave me more questions than answers, to be honest. Hopefully, Professor Master, what am I doing? Hopefully Professor Master goes over that a little bit. End of life. Well, that's an easy one. Can I get a question in the style I asked for EOL and C? Oh, look at that. Now it's going to go back to A. Let's see. Put your guesses in now. Okay. End of life refers to the point when a vendor officially retires a product, meaning no more updates. Yeah, Windows 10, here you come. Gonna brick a whole lot of machines. Go to Linux. I'm waiting. I'm just hoping for. I'm over here like Birdman, rubbing my hands together, waiting on some like $20 micro computers because Windows 10 is no longer supported. No more updates. No official support from the manufacturer. Increased risks of vulnerabilities and compliance issues. Time to migrate to newer hardware or software, which is dumb. It's so dumb because there's going to be so many machines that are perfectly fine, can run Windows 11 just fine, with quite possibly with a upgrade of the drive. Windows 11 and the spinny boys don't work very well, but for $40 you can buy a terabyte hard drive SSD and be fine. EOL is often preceded by end of sale, product is no longer sold, end of support, technical assistance is discontinued, using EOL gear in production. That's like running a firewall made of Swiss cheese, full of holes, and no one's patching them. Our firewalls aren't getting patched anyway, I bet. All right. End of support. I mean, it's basically the same sort of thing. Can you give me a question in the style I asked for EOS end of support? And the correct answer will be A. Look at that. I'm like a wizard over here. End of support marks the date when the vendor stops providing technical assistance, updates, and patches for a product. It's a critical milestone in the product life cycle. My mouth is failing me. It's a critical milestone in the product life cycle, often signaling no more security updates or bug fixes, no access to technical support or RMA services. RMA, what's RMA? RMA. Okay, so RMA isn't one on here. I want to Google that real quick, so I feel like that's something I should know. It's probably going to be another one that I'm like, oh yeah, duh. Increased risk of compliance violations and vulnerabilities, pressure to upgrade or migrate to support alternatives. EOS is often confused with end of life. Product is obsolete and should be decommissioned. EOSL, end of service life, final phase, no support, no parts, no mercy. Okay, so what is RMA? God, I should know this. Return material authorization. Okay, it's not something I should know. Okay. Oh yeah. That's why it's I had a sequel class that dealt with RMA. So that's where that acronym is ringing a bell. All right, we got ESP, encapsulating security payload. Can I get a question in the style I asked for ESP, great guitar company, encapsulating security payload? Absolute B. All right, we're going A, B. Are we going to go D next? I bet D's next. Okay. ESP is a core protocol with IPsec. Internet provider security? Internet protocol security. Dang it. Oh, I was thinking ISP. Confidentiality encrypts the payload to prevent eavesdropping. Integrity ensures the data hasn't been tampered with. And authentication verifies the source of the data. So it does the whole CIA triad. Anti-replay protection blocks duplicate packets from being reused maliciously. Traffic flow confidentiality limited. Obscure patterns and packet flow. ESP operates in two modes. Transport mode encrypts only the payload used between hosts. Tunnel mode encrypts the entire packet used in VPNs and gateways. It's like wrapping your data in a digital armored envelope. Only the intended recipient with the right key can open it. So we have the ESSID, Extended Service Set Identifier. We remember seeing that one in a previous slide. Can I get a question in the style I asked for SSID, Extended Service Set Identifier? Absolutely. Here's a fresh acronym recognition question. We're back to A. So we're going to just bounce around A and B again now. It's an 802.11 dealing. That makes sense. Okay, it's essentially the name of the wireless network that devices use to identify they can connect to as part of the IEEE 802.11 standard and is often used interchangeably with SSID, though technically SSID identifies a single access point, basic server set. ESSID identifies a group of access points that form an extended service set. Talking not easy. Like multiple access points sharing the same network across. Okay, gotcha. Key traits: human readable. Example: WaneNet, 5 gigahertz, giggity. Broadcasted by access points unless hidden. Used by clients to select and connect to correct networks. Can be spoofed. Yeah, so pairing with WPA2, WPA3 is essential for security. And then we're going to End User License Agreement, EULA. Question in the style I asked for EULA. And User License Agreement. I never remember how to spell license. I spell it wrong nearly every time. We're going to go through F. I think F will be a good place to stop. Ooh, we got a D. Finally, it's mixing it up. Oops. Don't really need that. Alright. A end user license agreement is a legal contract between a software vendor and the person or organization using the software. It defines what you're allowed to do with the software, what you're not allowed to do, liability disclaimers and warranty limitations, termination clauses if you violate the terms, ownership rights, meaning you don't own it. It's a digital equivalent of you can use this, but here are the rules. Break them and you're out. So, yeah. Fiber channel, FC. A question in the style I asked for FC. I don't like how they spelled fiber. Don't like it at all. Oh, it's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a cable. A fiber channel FC is a high-speed lossless protocol used primarily in storage area networks, SANs, to connect servers to storage devices. It's optimized for raw block level data transfer, low latency and high throughput, reliable delivery with in-order packet sequencing, support for multiple topologies, point-to-point, arbitrated loop and switched fabric. I'm not sure what arbitrary loop and switched fabric is. FC operates across a layered architecture FCO to FC4 and supports protocols like FCP, Fiber Channel Protocol, transport SCSI commands. FICON, used in IBM mainframes, and NVMe over FC for ultra fast flash storage access. So, what is a arbitrated loop and switched fabric? Arbitrary loop, FCAL. Think of this as a ring topology. Okay, devices take turns talking, like passing a mic around a table. Devices are connected in a one-way loop, either physically or via a hub. Only two devices communicate at a time. That makes sense. They use arbitration to detect who gets to speak. Bandwidth is shared, so performance can bottleneck. Max of 127 devices per loop. That seems random. Still used inside storage systems, but rare for host to storage links today. Glitchy analogy. It's like a retro LAN party, where everyone's on the same coaxial cable. If one person yanks their plug, the whole loop can break, unless you've got a bypass hub. Who uses a hub? This is 2025. Switched fabric. This is a modern scalable approach. Think of it as high-speed matrix of connections. Devices connect via fiber channel switches. Each device gets a dedicated path through the fabric, supports simultaneous communication between multiple pairs, offers better performance, scalability, and fault tolerances, uses N ports, nodes, and F ports fabric ports. Ideal for enterprise SANs and mission critical environments. So, I guess this makes sense. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that if I dealt with it, it wouldn't be that hard to understand. But I get the loop and stuff, so I guess I don't understand why you would use an arbitrated loop. First hop redundancy protocol. So now we're doing, is this related to switches and routers? Probably switches. Can I get a question in the style I asked for FHRP? First hop redundancy protocol. B, we have a B. That's the rare B sighting. Okay. A first hop redundancy protocol. FHRP is a category of protocols designed to ensure gateway availability in IP networks. If the primary routers fail, a backup router automatically takes over, keeping traffic flowing without interruption. Popular FHRP implementations: HSRP, Hot Standby Router Protocol. That's not one that we need. Cisco proprietary. VRRP. Is VRRP on here? It is not. Virtual Router Redundancy Protocol, Open Standard, or GLBP. Is GLBP on here? Nope. Gateway Load Balancing Protocol. Cisco. Talking is hard. Cisco proprietary with load balancing. Key features: uses virtual IP and MAC addresses, supports preemption and priority-based elections, enables transparent failover for end devices. And finally, File Transfer Protocol, FTP, port 2022? I don't remember. I haven't even looked at the ports since the A+. I don't think that's right. SFTP is 22. Oh, 2021. Duh. So can I get a question in the style I asked for FTP file transfer protocol? I'm guessing it's going to be C. It's C. Don't need all that. Let's just do this. And finally, this. Add. We got 48 slides now, so we got a few more slides in there. Only 5 of them are Jason Dion questions. I really need to get that Jason Dion test in here so I can start going over those slides. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Work on getting some of those in there. Okay. FTP is a standard protocol used for transfer files between a client and a server over a TCP/IP network. It's one of the oldest internet protocols, dating back to the early 1970s and still used today for uploading, downloading files to web servers, managing directories remotely, automating backups and deployments, anonymous access for public file repositories. FTP operates on 2 channels. Control channel port 21 handles commands and authentication. Data channel port 20 transfers the actual files. Variants include FTPS file transfer protocol over SSL TLS for encryption, and SFTP SSH file transfer protocol, not actually FTP but often confused with it. So there we have it. That's a perfect place to stop. We are at almost an hour. Good enough. This is one of those things I really didn't feel like doing this today, but sometimes you just have to push through. We gave it a solid hour. And then I'm going to go eat. I will probably start the Python stream as soon as we're done eating, because I think we're going to stream some Phasmophobia later tonight once the sun goes down. Have some fun, and think that's it for this one, peeps. Like and subscribe if you're into this sort of thing, and there's a link to the tip jar in the description if you'd like to help support the channel. Like I said before, any tips that I get goes right back into the channel, helps me purchase the 3rd monitor and maybe some projects down the line. It's not like it's just going into my pocket and getting Starbucks and McDonald's with. And I feel like there's something else I should say. Share this with anybody that you think might like this, or share it with somebody that's also studying for the Net Plus, and so they can join or find out these streams and join them and maybe learn with me. And that's gonna be it. I'll be back here in probably an hour and a half ish, so we'll probably start the Python stream about half hour early or so. Cheers.